Hello, my name is Dylan Jerson, and today I'm going to convince you that school needs to start later. First off, school has not changed in 150 years. Like, the introduction of technology and new policies here and there have changed, but the overall structure of school, like how we all go to classes and stuff, that has not changed in 150 years. And because of that structure, school students aren't getting enough sleep. I based this claim on a study done by Claire McCarthy, who is a Harvard health scientist. The main points will be the schedules of students, school's early start time, and homework policies. School needs to rethink their schedules and homework policy. It's a fact that teenagers need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a day to function properly. This includes growing, staying healthy, getting good grades, having a good attitude, you name it. They need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And if this problem isn't fixed, we'll have a generation of adults who can't function well and will have poor health conditions later on in life. However, for every problem, there is a solution. My plan would have elementary and high school students go to school 1 hour later. So in my school, we go in at 8. Instead of it going at 8, we go in at 9. But because we're going in at 9 instead of 8, we'd have to stay 1 hour later at the end of the day. So instead of getting out at 2:30, we'd get out at 3:30. This way, the students will be able to have fun in the afternoon with their friends or do whatever they want. But also, besides the early start time that is affecting students' sleep, is the homework policies. Homework needs to fix because when students get home from school at the end of the day, they are forced to continue to do school by themselves with all the homework they're given. So some days we're giving 3 hours of the work, 2 hours worth of work, 6 hours worth of work. It all depends on the day. So instead of having a 6 hour set time to do school, we now become 9 or 10 hours. And this really affects our schedule because like 67% of high school students have a part-time job somewhere. So they work till 9 or 10 at night, and then so they go to school, work till 9 or 10 at night, and then they do homework until like midnight. And then they don't get enough sleep. So my solution to that would be if homework was optional, students who don't really need it wouldn't have to do it. But if students felt like they needed the extra practice, they would still do it. Still could do it. My plan will work because it would allow students to sleep in, and it would also allow the students to do the freedom that they want at night. But what results? The results could be fixed. The result after the problem is fixed could be an improvement in grades. Students would be happier, and students wouldn't get sick as much. All of these things could affect the student's future in a great way. The benefits would be well-rested children. That means they wouldn't get sick as much. They would grow. They'd have good attitudes. They'd have good grades so they could go into good professions in life. But it also gives the students a sense of accomplishment for their increased grades. However, if homework does become optional, students might not choose to do it even though they might need it. So that could affect their grades. So if they're not ready for the test and they don't decide to do the homework, they won't have any extra practice. They'll fail the test most likely. Also, some students will have a tough time transitioning to the new schedule because they're so used to the old way. Also, it's shown that test grades have risen by 26% because of the delayed start and less homework. Just look at Finland with their recent school reform. They have become the leading country in education. And all they did was change small things like the early start time and homework policies. But I want everyone to think about their children. Do they want their children to have increased test grades and more sleep, or lower test grades and less sleep? To wrap it up, I want to emphasize some of the main points. A teenager needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep, no matter what, if they want to function properly. Like I said, it affected their growing, their grades, their attitude, their staying healthy. Also, with more sleep, test grades could improve by 26%. I can't guarantee 26%, but it will be close to 26%. Now, I hope I can see improvement with this problem in the next few years. I know it might be a lot to ask, but if you guys really loved your children and wanted them to succeed in their future, then it should be easy to accomplish.